Hi everybody, and welcome back to my videos, whether you're watching on YouTube or Rumble, whichever one you happen to be watching this on. Well, now that Trump has called for the release of the Epstein files, there is a new narrative going around that I saw on MSNBC, and I think it's going to be spreading to the rest of the mainstream media. This new narrative is claiming that Trump ordered the FBI to flag anywhere that mentions his name in the Epstein files. Excuse me. Yeah, they claim that Trump has ordered ordered the FBI to flag anywhere his name is mentioned in the Epstein files, so that he can have it removed. Problem is, they are ignoring the fact that the Biden administration had access to the Epstein files for 4 years. Seems to me that if Trump was in the Epstein files, the Biden administration would have released it because it would have prevented him from winning the 2024 election, if nothing else. It's mighty convenient for that narrative to come out. And also, I'm not seeing as many posts on Twitter about the Epstein files and pushing for it to be released. Ever since Trump called for it to be released. I mean, I might see one or two every now and then, but before, they was practically all over the place. It is insane. And apparently, one of Epstein's ex-girlfriends in the early 90s is claiming that Trump was on the Epstein list, and she was also a Trump accuser. It's my understanding of it. Which, I'm not buying that. I'm guessing she was one of the Trump accusers from 2016, who vanished for years, and now came back. And they're trying to, well, she was threatened. Well, that's why she. Please, with what evidence do they have of that? I mean, it was obviously a lie. Seemed convenient that these Trump accusers came out. What, about a week after that famous video came out, when Trump said, "Grab him by the you know what," which and by the time that footage came out, 11 years had gone by. So 11 years had gone by before that footage was released. It came out, and it was recorded in 2005. Trump wasn't even running for office at the time, and the person could change a lot in a period of 10 years. So yeah, but the point is, they still will not let it go. They still believe that Trump was in the Epstein files, and that by the time the footage, that it gets released, his name will be conveniently removed. That's what they believe. They will not let it go. And I believe that this right here, I believe that this narrative is because they know that Trump's not in the Epstein files. They want to explain ahead of time so they don't get caught lying. They came up with this narrative to cover their lie, because they know that it's gonna come out that Trump's not in the Epstein files, and they want to use that, well, because Trump had his name removed. Again, how are people falling for this? The Biden administration had access to it for 4 years. Why didn't the Biden administration release the Epstein files? Why wasn't there constant pressure on them to release the Epstein files? Especially if it had anything damaging to Trump in it. Especially during the last election cycle. If nothing else, because if Biden would have released the Epstein files, it would have prevented Trump's second term. And yet they sat on it for years. The media was silent. Nobody said a thing. Nothing. And all of a sudden, with Trump back in the White House, everybody's so concerned about it. So, seems mighty convenient that this narrative all of a sudden came out of nowhere, right after Trump called for the Epstein files to be released. The timing is very suspicious. Yeah, claiming that Trump had ordered the FBI to flag anywhere that mentions his name. That is insane. How are people buying it? When if people didn't have so much Trump derangement syndrome, and if this was about anybody else, nobody would buy this story. It wouldn't make any sense. So yeah, that's it for this video. Yeah, bye.